guys, Hawk here, back with another video. Another review actually. Hopefully I will not be as shaky as last time. I do apologize for that. Today we will be reviewing somebody by the name of AceAttorney57. I will be reviewing a few of their pieces. The first piece is known as Blanc, and it is this piece that I will be reviewing. So, right off the bat, what I noticed when I looked at this piece is that the color selection, specifically more in the background, because this is mostly white and you would need a more saturated colors. You could see where you'd use that to draw attention to things. When you're doing a background, if you want the attention to be on the characters, which I'm pretty sure they're supposed to be, you want the colors to be a bit less saturated. So let me show you over here. Like, instead of the color it was, which was that color, something close but not as saturated, perhaps like this color, or even, see, it's not completely there, this color. In fact, you can't even see it up against it. A second, and with a pink you could have done something like this. You can't really see it, something like that. It's about the same color, but it would have worked. I will say one thing, I noticed you did texture here. I really like that. I really like that part of the piece that you did, the texture. So, yeah. One thing I noticed is that over here, it might be intentional because, like, the tail thing seems to be cut off because of the snake. And if that's a part of the body of this cat thing, I do apologize. I think perhaps that legs could have been added here. Now, this obviously isn't how you draw cat legs, but you get, like, you could have drawn maybe legs in this area just to make it maybe look a little bit more natural. Of course, don't try going through the other leg like this, but perhaps do each character on a separate layer. So, not the line art, but like, say when you're drawing, okay, so I have this, and I want someone up here, but I don't want it to be like that. I could draw someone over here, like underneath, on a layer underneath or above, and do like that so it looks like somebody is here. Like, so there's two people in a picture, however, it looks it looks natural still and doesn't quite look as off. Another thing I like is the color selection. I like how there is a minimalist color selection. I think it really goes with this piece pretty well. I do like that actually. One thing I might suggest for the ears like this, when you're doing, say, a cat head, when you're doing ears, do it something like this. Because ears on an animal, if you notice, say they're facing this direction, not the best example I know, it wouldn't go like this, because, well, it might go like that, but it would still generally be within the same thing. However, it wouldn't be something like, well, like that. It's just kind of how animal heads might work. I might suggest maybe looking at a reference of an animal head, or maybe like try figuring out how things work a little bit. Although it is really nice, I will say. Another thing I kind of noticed, I noticed there's texture, which I like. However, I feel like for the fur texture here, I feel like maybe in the areas there could have been the areas where the shading here maybe darker, and I feel like there could have been maybe a little bit more texture like this that you added here in the fur areas. I know it's just a little bit of a nitpick, but I just feel like it might add a nice touch to it. You also noticed here that some of the fur area seemed to be missing. I guess the other thing I might want to say is that I can't really, I know you, sometimes you might want to there seems to only be one eye on this character. Now that could have been intentional, but you might want to, when you're sketching, say in a lower opacity in the area, put where you want the, like, sketch the eye out and have perhaps do something like this so you can see a little bit of the other eye, however, and it will look a little bit more natural. But of course, this is just stylistic choice. It could be just stylistic choice. Another thing I noticed, I mean, it's nice to have colored line art. It really is, but I feel like it maybe in areas like this, since the hair isn't pink, if you wanted to do like a pink thing, you could have had it like maybe as like a perhaps a grayish pink, more of like a gray color because the hair is white, so it would maybe look so the hair you could still tell it's hair and see like the difference in the locks of hair. However, it would go along with the hair color a little bit better, and yeah, it's still really good though. The next piece I will be reviewing is this piece by the same person, known as Tavi Doodle. It's really cute. First off, I will say that I really like the way you colored this. I like the color choices, and I like the overall little cute little look to it. One thing I noticed is that here, the blush area, it seems a little like there's like ink splatters. Of course, that could have been intentional. A tip I would tell you, since I do color pencil work myself sometimes, softly, like when you work in soft circular motions like this, and perhaps have like lighter colors to blend it out, or lighter pressure depending on what you do. And I feel like it would look a little bit more like a smooth gradient of a blush. I feel like that might have fit a little bit better with the overall piece. I feel like something like that could work. Another thing I noticed here is, you don't have to, of course, is that perhaps you could have done some clothing folds. I feel like it would make this piece look a little bit more put together, even though it looks really nice. Another thing I may suggest when you're drawing is to say you have hair here, and then the shoulder. The shadow of the hair would be on the shoulder. So I may suggest when you're drawing, where the hair is here, put shadow like right here or something like that. Uh, yeah, it's just really not much, but it still looks really nice. I like the way you color, I like the color choices, and it looks really cute. That's just a few suggestions for here. Perhaps put some folds in the clothing, and perhaps put shadow where the hair would put shadows, because I know you did it on the face, and it's just a little bit suggestion. The next piece I want to critique is the hood piece. Whoops. So so clumsy. Um, I really do like the overall look, the painted look of the thing. I like it. I do like the look you did with that. I might suggest I noticed something a bit more over here. I feel like you could have perhaps put this on another layer, and perhaps with the shading while you shade, you could have done whatever you did. But like use the brush here and perhaps used it in like maybe in different tones. Say you could have possibly used a low opacity blue and put in some tones like this, or for whatever brush you use, so it could match um the soft look of this. I don't know, just a bit of a suggestion. I do like the way you shade on here, I will say. It looks pretty nice. Again, maybe you could have added a little bit of a darker shadow here where the hair goes, like a bit of shadow where the hair and hands would go, and perhaps a shadow here. A shadow right here might have looked nice. But still pretty good. And again, I think the blush could have looked a little bit softer. However, it could have gone with the overall look of the piece. I'm sorry for being a bit rambly today again. Lots of things in life were just coming at me and hitting me at once. So, yeah, my grammar sucks today and I'm a bit awkward. Well, when am I not? But yeah. Overall, I would say I really, really, really like the overall look of your pieces. I think it has a really nice, soft, cute look, and I really like how it looks. Just maybe work on softening up, like things like blush and perhaps, yeah, that sort of thing, and maybe add some clothing folds and perhaps work on a little bit of placement on some parts of some little bit of like placement when you place things on a head or wherever you place things, just placement in general, I guess, like that. But other than that, I would say your art's pretty good. Just, yeah. Hopefully I could help you. I'm sorry for being really awkward today. I am a bit all over the place again. Hope you could get something out of it. Talk